I knew that the Alliance would flourish on Odessen, but I didn't expect this place to feel so much like home. You should be proud of what you've built here, and the allies you've gained.
Valkorion is dead. There's nothing to keep them here anymore.
No, they're here because they believe in something. Or rather, someone. The Alliance is still a formidable power, but we're not strong enough to face the Republic or the Empire. Unfortunately, a confrontation is inevitable. There are skirmishes in wild space, riots on Quesh. Galactic war is imminent. We can no longer afford neutrality. If the Alliance is to survive, we must align ourselves with the Republic or the Empire. Whatever you decide, we'll follow your lead.
You're right, Lana. Now's the time.
So who do you wish to support? The Republic or the Empire?
I'd rather support the Empire.
Of course. With your reputation, you could easily take down the Republic from the inside. It's unlikely you'd be fighting the Republic openly, but this would mean sabotage. The death of your former allies. I'll support your decision either way, but please don't enter into this lightly.
I'm well aware of the consequences. The Empire is where I belong.
I had a feeling you might. We'd received some subtle inquiries from the Empire, but I never acted on them. I'll reach out to our contacts. Welcome to the Empire.
Heart rate, normal. Breathing, normal. Conscience, questionable.
I didn't come here to be mocked. Where's your master?
Away on urgent business. He has authorized me to speak on his behalf. I'm Advanced Protocol Unit NRO2. I specialize in diplomacy, translation, manslaughter, and calumniation. While your change of heart is commendable, my master believes you can best serve the Empire by appearing to support the Republic.
The Alliance is full of former Imperials. Why not declare ourselves loyal to the Empire?
And throw away years of relationships you've built in the Republic? If you want to help the Empire, we must exploit their trust. We know what the Republic is after. The dwindling medical supplies, fuel, and raw resources necessary to win this war. With your assistance, we can seize them from their grasp. You must also look for opportunities to undermine the Republic's confidence and to sow discontent among their troops.
I'm assuming you have a specific place in mind for this plundering and dissenting?
There are reports of a conflict brewing on the planet Osis. With your help, the Alliance could tip the balance in the Empire's favor. In the meantime, return to Odessen to await further contact. I trust you'll remember, this meeting never happened.
Commander, thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Ardenando Dipolis Derun. I oversee the Republic's deployments along the Parlemian hyperroute. I only wish we were speaking in person. I just brewed a truly invigorating blend of Gatalentan tea. Do you enjoy tea, Commander?
You didn't contact me to discuss tea.
Not exclusively, at any rate. A beautiful planet, Gatalenta. Its people are renowned for their long and steadfast support of the Jedi. It is the Jedi I wish to discuss with you today.
If you're looking for intel, I can't help you, General. The Alliance hasn't had any contact from the Jedi Order. Only a few scattered members.
You are not alone in that. Few Jedi survived the war against Zakul. They've gone into hiding, scattered across the galaxy. I'm not even sure how many council members remain.
I never knew the Republic brass to care much for the Jedi.
The Jedi are the soul of the Republic, and our most able defenders. I do not believe we can survive without them. I did manage to learn of one surviving member of the Jedi Council, Master Nostroll. My sources tell me he's in hiding on the planet Ossus.
Not sure I've heard of it.
An ancient bastion of the Jedi Order. The Sith reduced it to a barren wasteland centuries ago. Apparently, Master Nostroll took as many Jedi as he could find and established a hidden colony on the planet with the help of civilian volunteers. Unfortunately, the colony doesn't seem to be hidden any longer. I've tracked Imperial forces moving through the area. I believe the Jedi are in grave danger.
You don't think the Jedi can handle a few Imperial soldiers?
I think we're talking about more than a few Imperials. The Jedi colony is completely off the grid, and any warning I try to send will only lead the Sith directly to them. Ossus is at the far end of the Parlemian hyperroute, practically the Empire's front door. I have no official authority to intervene. I'm gathering the resources to launch reinforcements regardless. But without authorization, it's taking time. Time the Jedi may not have. You aren't bound by Republic regulations. You can help faster than I can. Please, travel to Ossus. Protect the Jedi until my forces can arrive. They need our help.
I can handle this for you, General. But you're gonna owe me one.
The entire Republic will owe you one, Commander. I'll forward the coordinates for the Jedi settlement. There is one final catch. Initially, you must go with a light force, perhaps even alone. Approaching with an attack group of any significance is sure to provoke a massive Imperial escalation long before I can respond in kind.
What do you expect me to accomplish alone that the Jedi can't do themselves?
All Jedi are formidable, but you're in a class all to yourself. If any one person can make a difference, it's you. May the Force be with you, Commander. I hope to be sharing the next cup with you in person very soon.
Don't get your hopes up, General.
The General is very shrewd. Going in alone is the best move here. I'll have a shuttle prepared, something small and stealthy. It may sound strange, but I'd actually always hoped to meet Nostroll someday. His journals, what the Empire could obtain of them, were fascinating. We'll have you on your way to Ossus as soon as possible. May the Force serve you well.
Hello there. I'm afraid you're going in the wrong direction.
I'm the commander of the Alliance. I've come to help.
Commander of the what? Doesn't matter.
This looks like an evacuation. So you know the Imperials are here?
Yes, we don't know how many there are, but they have serious resources. If they're here, it's for a major fight, and we can't afford to give them one.
Civilians and non-essentials are loading up first. Who calls a doctor non-essential when there's a fight brewing? You ask me, the Jedi have lost their minds.
I'm looking for the one in charge, Nostroll. Do you know where I can find him?
A guest looking for me. What a strange day this has been. I'll be with you in just a moment. Dr. Kimball, Nadia, how go the shuttle preparations?
We'd be a lot further along if we hadn't borrowed so many of the shuttle's parts for the colony systems. It's going to be hours before we can launch.
So do you know our new arrival? The commander of the... something? Or other?
I command the Alliance. We overthrew the Eternal Empire, and now we're helping the Republic, which means helping you.
Sounds like a lot's happened since we cut our communications.
Which helped to keep us hidden all this time. You commanded Havoc Squad for many years, didn't you? I always hoped we would meet so that I could better document your accomplishments. It's probably time you had a chapter all your own, but that will have to wait. The Sith are on our doorstep. I formed this colony to safeguard the Jedi and their teachings for the future. Now, we must abandon it to serve that same goal.
Republic reinforcements are coming. We just have to hold out until they get here.
We welcome any help they can offer, but until they arrive, our plan must remain the same. We have to get these shuttles ready as soon as possible.
I always heard the Jedi were the best. Not the kind of people to break rank and run as soon as the enemy shows up.
Even you must have retreated from unfavorable odds at least once, Commander.
Perimeter alarms. They're coming again. I'm on my way to handle it.
Yes. Take backup this time.
Backup? I got all the backup I need right here.
Commander, this is Tau Adair, our head of security. Would you be willing to join her in holding off the enemy as we complete our preparations?
Let's see if she's got the skills to back up that attitude.
You must have lots of friends.
We'll leave you to it then. Nadia, Dr. Kimball, let's see how the farming crews are doing.
What did your sensors pick up? Imperial soldiers? Sith?
Neither. The imps are just toying with us. The old man's pretty sure they're being led by a Sith named Melora. Melora's into biology, genetic manipulation, Sith alchemy, blah blah blah. She makes monsters. For us, she's cooked up some kind of mutated Geonosians. Hyper-aggressive, heavily armored, psychotic Geonosians. With weapons. Making their way toward the colony in swarms.
Sounds like you'll definitely need my help.
I haven't so far. Osis is riddled with old buried ruins. The mutants like to cut through them to approach unseen. We get out there and collapse a few tunnels, they'll be cut off and the colonists will have a lot more time to move.
Then let's get to it.
After you, Commander.
We have an assignment for you. Proceed to the water distribution systems nearby. Excellent work. The water supply is already dwindling. Their harvest is doomed.
How long have you been living at the colony?
Since the beginning, almost 5 years now. 5 years of peace and quiet. We had a good run. Of course, it took me nearly 2 of those years just to relax. I was sure someone would show up looking for blood. They always do.
How many Jedi were left after the war with Zakul?
We honestly aren't sure. After the Republic surrendered, the old man didn't want to risk getting an accurate count with names, in case Zakul got a hold of it. So, we all went to ground, to watch, wait, and rebuild. Not my first choice, but I see the wisdom in it.
Where the rest of the Jedi are?
There were still contingents on Tython and Ilum last we checked. Didn't bother calling the Green Jedi, they'd never leave Corellia. Most are probably hiding in groups on far-off planets like we did. Or walking their own path, following the Force. That was my plan, originally.
Who changed your mind?
The old man. He's always understood me best. He convinced me that this was where I needed to be, and I think he was right.
Here we go!
On it.
Here we go!
enemy!
One more bomb, just to be sure.
Won't that destroy the whole structure?
We need to make sure this tunnel is closed off. No sense holding back.
Last one.
You've seen your share of combat, I can tell.
More than most, more than they ever trained us for. My first battle was Corellia. I flew in on a transport with 5 of the Jedi, one of the ones with the open sides, you know. The pilot took us in low, between the buildings. We're in midair, and this Sith Lord, he just jumps right into the transport. Red lightsaber in each hand. 5 of my oldest friends were dead before they could even blink.
They might have been your friends, but they couldn't have been very good Jedi.
They were good Jedi. They just weren't fighters. The Sith had turned toward the pilot before my friends even hit the floor. I was behind him before he ever knew I was there. I nailed him with both hands. Hit the nerve clusters that run just over the ribs, felt them crack. He dropped both lightsabers on reflex. I don't remember where the grenade came from, must have been his. I smashed it right into his mouth and shoved him back out of the transport.
You don't mess around, do you?
That would be one of the things I learned about myself that day. Let's check in with the old man.
Tao, what's your status?
We've closed all the tunnels we could find. Sending coordinates now. Any chance you could backtrack to their source on some of the old maps?
Of course. Let's see. Yes, here we are. They were all part of a residential structure that must have largely collapsed centuries ago. I'm sending coordinates for the structure's main entrance. If you can seal that, the mutants' hidden approaches will be cut off completely.
I came here thinking this was some kind of major emergency, but this is a joke.
Melora's efforts aren't focused yet, but the Dark Council will expect results. We must be gone before they crack down on her experiment. The entrance you're closing is located in an area our archaeologists never fully cataloged. If you find anything of interest, please do your best to recover it.
Will do. Tau out. Ready when you are. This was a beautiful planet once. One of the cultural centers of the galaxy. Till the Sith destroyed it.
And now they're back.
They already cooked the whole planet with a supernova. Not sure how they're planning to top that.
As long as we keep fighting, we're going to see destruction like this again and again.
I wish there were another way.
Here we go!
Were there any survivors after the supernova?
I think there were, and I'm pretty sure they're still here. The old man agrees, but most of the others aren't convinced.
What makes you so sure?
Every time we've dug into the deeper chambers of the old ruins, weird things have happened. Tools and lights going missing. We find footprints in the sand where nobody's walked. That kind of stuff. I can just feel that there's some kind of life here apart from us. Whoever it is, they're staying hidden. Probably the smart move.
Plan. If the Sith had never shown up, what was the goal for the colony?
Recover enough territory that we could grow crops and sustain more people. Then go find the people. I would have set out with a team to find other Jedi and bring them back here if they chose. We would rebuild the Order. Instead, looks like we're back to war. I sense more of them. A lot more. There must be an army of them below us. Enemies! Keep your distance when the warriors go down. They're putting off some kind of spores. It seems weaker when we take down the warriors. Focus on the swarm.
Looks like we're finished here.
I can't get the old man on the holo. We'd better head back and make sure nothing's happened.
Our sensors are being jammed, along with our communications, both short and long range. Disruptions like this can mean only one thing.
Invasion.
The Empire will come in earnest now. This doesn't fit Melora's pattern. She never bothered to disable enemy communications during her siege of Nantoon. Something very strange is happening. We have to move quickly. Many of our people are still outside the colony. Some at the farms, and the rest at the ancient library. We should split up.
You don't need to act like we have a choice, old man. No way you're leaving this planet without seeing that library one more time.
Not just a library, but a really old library. Sounds thrilling.
You might be surprised. The first shuttles will start launching while we gather the stragglers. They could send a distress signal once they escape the jamming zone.
If the Republic hasn't shown up yet, we shouldn't count on them. The shuttles would be safer keeping quiet.
The commander is right. We wouldn't want to risk the imps picking them up.
Very well. I'll pass that along to the pilots. Before you go, Tao, we need to finish our discussion about your Padawan.
Now? Really? This feels like a good time.
It is always a good time to learn, teach, and grow.
We already had this discussion, which is why I don't have a Padawan. You don't want more Jedi like me. One is bad enough.
You think that if so many good Jedi die and you survive, then you must not be a good Jedi. You think that the reason you've survived, your skill in battle, is the only skill you've mastered, so you must be a bad Jedi. But the only lesson you need to learn is that you are more than the killer you see in yourself. Teach, and you will see just how much more.
You ask me, a bad soldier is a bad soldier. But a bad instructor gets you lots of bad soldiers.
Respectfully, you've only just met. You do not know her full capabilities as I do.
Look, can we save this for later? The imps aren't waiting around, and neither should we.
Very well. You check on the farms, I'll check on the library. And we'll meet afterward to select your Padawan.
Damn it, old man.
May the Force be with you.
Looks like the perimeter turrets need a kick. Let's get them activated. That should do it. Let's find Nadia and the others.
We can't just leave. Not now.
You have to. Take the others and get moving. I can handle a few Sith.
We're here to help.
Tau! Commander, you're just in time. See, Zarios? Now we can handle whatever the Empire throws at us.
It's not about you. If the Imps land a single shot on D9 before he finishes, we'll lose everything.
What do you mean?
All of our data! We grew crops in a radioactive wasteland. What we've learned could increase crop yields all across the Republic. Imagine how many people we could feed.
We'll handle it, Zarios. We need you to head to the shuttles and get everyone loaded up. The faster the better.
This can't be the only place the data is stored. Couldn't you just get a copy from the colony databanks?
All of our computer systems have gone haywire. I don't know if it's the Imperial jamming or what. This is the only working terminal. Maybe our only shot.
Imperial's coming in fast. Get moving, Zarios. I won't say it again.
All right. Let's go.
Everyone okay?
Good here. I'm glad we got Zarios and the others out of here. That got a bit exciting. D9, were you able to get the files?
I'll keep this safe until we can transmit the data to the Republic.
Thanks. Zarios and his crew spent years making these farms happen. It will mean a lot to them that their work is safe. Speaking of, I'd better catch up with him and the rest of the crews. Make sure they get back to the colony safely. Really appreciate the help, Commander. We're lucky you joined us when you did. I'll meet you both back at the shuttles.
We should hurry to the old library. If they sent a force like this just for some farms, there's no telling how many troops they sent there.
You're right. Let's move out.
The library. They're under attack. Hurry. was too close.
There must be something. Something. Somewhere. Where?
Drop your weapon. Now.
Such a mess. Always such a blasted mess with him.
Where is Nosteral? What have you done to him?
What? Oh, the Jedi. Over there somewhere. But you're rather too late to help him, I think.
Wrong answer.
Let's crush this Sith and keep searching.
How dare you! You speak to Darth Malora of the Dark Council. And your interruptions end now. Die and be silent, fools!
There's something different about these mutants. Watch out! That Geonosian is healing the other somehow. Take it down!
Mindless beasts! Watch where you're aiming!
They're completely frenzied. Let's get them to take each other out.
Insipid creatures! You truly are useless! Enough! You will not win! You cannot win!
Melora's barrier has failed. Now's our chance!
Fools! Ignorant fools!
He's alive. Barely, but he's alive.
Truly? Lord Malgus has lost his edge.
Malgus?
Oh yes, this is all his handiwork. I would never make such a mess of a library, even one belonging to a Jedi. Malgus usurped my entire operation. A veritable ballet of predatory evolution, discarded in favor of the bludgeoning fists of a toddler.
That's impossible. Malgus is dead. I was there.
Apparently you should have been more thorough. Malgus is alive, here on this planet. Though operational might be more accurate. A machine with pieces of a desiccated Sith Lord bolted into it hardly deserves to be called alive. Life is far more variable, more adaptable, capable of true change, and thus true power. The Force is life, and only life can truly command its depth.
Will you shut up? Malgus or not, we have to get the old man back to the colony, now.
Stabilize him as best you can. But if Malgus is here, taking him down has to be our first priority.
No, no! We are not losing him.
You realize Malgus is on his way to burn your colony to the ground, yes? He could hardly say he finished my work if he leaves it standing. That would be them now.
30 seconds to objective, my lord. Enemy fighters, evade!
Those are Republic fighters.
They made it. They actually made it.
Good afternoon, Commander. Before you ask, rest assured. I brought tea.
It's about time, Daerun. Do you have any idea how long we've been waiting?
Longer than I ever hoped. I do apologize.
Can you bring medics to our position? We have urgently wounded people here.
Right away. We'll evacuate everyone to the colony. Medical and support teams are landing as we speak. Daerun out.
I'll just be going then.
I don't remember saying you could leave.
Taking me prisoner will waste time and personnel that you'll need to treat the wounded, like your friend here. I'm sure I'm not worth the effort.
You know something? You're absolutely right.
Ah!
I guess I'm really not the best person to lecture you for killing Sith Lords. Let's just get out of here.
Four evacuation shuttles are still missing in the Kron Drift. Imperial patrols have increased dramatically. It's likely they were captured or destroyed. If only they had signaled.
We honestly didn't think anyone would answer.
I understand. If we could have just gotten here sooner, much could have been different. All evacuees will be transported to safety in Republic space. I know of some settlements on Tanab that could put good farmers to use, if any are interested.
I'd have expected you to do more. A few bombers and a cab ride. Really?
I wish I could do more, but with resources as they are, just gathering enough fuel to get us out here was a huge undertaking. Speaking of farms, I'm told you have a collection of data from the colonists' farming efforts.
We were able to save a copy, but the data was corrupted. Whatever got to the farm's computers got to their data too. It's useless.
Such a tremendous shame. Food shortages are already an issue on many core worlds. It's very difficult to win a war on an empty stomach.
Our people spent half a decade bringing those farms to life. This is gonna crush them. Any chance your fighters got Malgus in the attack?
It's possible, but seems a bit too much to hope for. Darth Malgus back on the front lines. This is a dark day for the Republic. We caught him off guard this time. I doubt we'll be so lucky again.
I still don't see how it's possible. Malgus died. This has to be some kind of trick.
I didn't sense any deception in Melora, and a few of the imps we captured confirmed her story. However he managed it, Malgus is alive. Is he all right? Did he make it?
Nostral's wounds were severe. Cauterized perforation of the upper ventricle, ocular damage from oxygen exposure, catastrophic muscular and nerve damage to the left forearm. Fortunately, he received treatment from the most brilliant, skilled, and handsome doctor in the entire galaxy, so he's gonna pull through.
There must not have been any mirrors in the room, or you never would have made it past your reflection to the operating table.
Thank you, Doc. I mean it.
That's what I do.
The soldiers are still digging through some of the worst of the damage to the library. Torel, Reyna, and Z are still missing, and I can't sense them. That makes 15. I'll update again when we finish clearing the rubble.
The old man was right to bring us here. We needed this time to heal. And to remember what makes us Jedi. We've hidden long enough. The evil of the Sith doesn't stop just because we aren't there to oppose them. Quite the opposite. I'm no master, and I can't speak for the Order, but I can say this. The Republic needs the help of the Jedi. So let me be the first to volunteer.
I am deeply honored to accept. I'll have quarters prepared for any Jedi who wish to join you aboard my flagship.
We're already packed, and I think this will end up being a much more worthy destination. Commander, thank you. Without you, this would have been a much darker day for us all.
I probably won't be there next time, and this war is only going to get worse from here.
I don't plan to wait around for the Sith to attack again. May the Force be with you.
When the dawn came, the Zell awakened and saw the tongs upon the high place and were afraid. For the morning light caught the glint of helms and weapons and created phantom warriors made of dazzle and distance. But the cleverest of them were not deceived. The Empire thought they could make this a grand first strike in their renewed war against us. They hoped to destroy the Jedi, to destroy us with fear before we ever faced them in open battle. Thanks to you, they failed. The Jedi are renewed allies of the Republic. Our people have seen that the Sith are vulnerable whenever we stand united. This war will be dark and brutal and vicious. But we will stand against that darkness together. Together, we will win.